weather conditions. For Flight 19, 60 years before, the first signs of trouble came when their leader, Lieutenant Charles Sohel, radioed that he was uncertain of his position. Jim Ward was a radio operator on a nearby naval ship that day and heard the radio transmissions of the fateful flight.
We heard the plane leader come in and call the tower and ask them if they would put their radar on and get a picture of him because he wasn't quite sure where he was.
It seems inexplicable, but it appears Taylor believed that he was over the Florida Keys, the island chain stretching 100 miles out into the Gulf of Mexico. It's more likely that he was almost some 200 miles further northeast.
So, Tower came back about 15, 20 minutes and said, "We can't find you on the radar. I have any idea where you are." He said, "Well, I think I've seen some islands." He said, "Can you identify the islands?"
Exact transcripts of his radio messages reveal that Taylor was experiencing problems. After flying without incident, the plane runs into problems. Amazing, it's at almost exactly the same time as Taylor announced his instruments were malfunctioning. Around 3:50. The Taylor slit instrument on our Avenger starts to perform erratically, making it harder for our pilot to make smooth and efficient turns.
Let's try to fly east degrees. We're going to down going north instead of east. If there is anything, we're going to see it.
It was now 3 hours since they took off. They had enough fuel for at least another 3 hours. The crewmen started to argue, and another Flight 19 pilot, Captain Edward Powers, tried to take control and turn them to the west. In our recreation of the flight, the next hour passes smoothly, and Great Harbor Cay is safely in sight below. We make a left turn and head north for Grand Bahama, the most northerly point of our flight, and another hour's flying time away. Here, Flight 19 should have turned west and headed home. But by now, Flight 19 could have been disoriented, their fuel dangerously low, and with darkness fast approaching. Now, incredibly, another gremlin strikes the recreation of Flight 19. Our chase plane pilot, flying alongside us to take film of the Avenger, announces his aircraft's turn and slip indicator, exactly the same instrument which became erratic on our plane, is also malfunctioning. It's completely frozen. What is the problem? And more importantly, why is it happening? Almost 2 hours into recreating Flight 19. 2 planes, 2 instrument failures. Maybe the instruments of both our planes were already faulty. Whatever the explanation, we make our final turn west, a heading which could have saved the lives of Flight 19, and head for Fort Lauderdale with a spooky feeling. Flight 19 never made that final turn west. The 5 planes were doomed to fly on, with rapidly emptying gas tanks, further and further to the east, into the empty ocean and the growing darkness.
And when he asked on the radio, he asked him how much gas he had left. He said about 20 minutes. He waited till that hour and 5, and there was no more activity on the radio. We knew they were going to something, but we didn't know where. So he sent out all the boats and all the planes that they had available to go look for it.
Navy rules dictate that all the planes in a formation should ditch together in such a crisis. Working on the crew plane for why wasn't a single crew life jacket or piece of wreckage from 5 7-ton planes ever found? Former naval pilot Dave White was part of the search team.
I think, frankly, they got lost, that the instructor took them the wrong way in spite of the students saying, go west. He didn't go far enough west.
No one knew for certain where Flight 19 ditched, and it was 8 hours before the main search could be mounted. It must have seemed like an eternity to the crew's loved ones. In that time, the Gulf Stream current and surface winds would have been able to move any wreckage more than 50 miles from the estimated crash position. Finding a lone swimmer in those conditions would have been like finding a needle in a haystack.
Well, we started at about 5:30 in the morning, right after daylight, and we found absolutely nothing.
Scores of ships and over 200 planes were deployed in the search for Flight 19. At the time, it was one of the largest search missions of its kind ever mounted. What is it like to be the first pilot ever to refly that fateful, tragic journey and get home safe? Avenger pilot Ruby O'Brien.
I could almost feel the presence of those 14 brave men first 60 years ago. And it was a very sobering feeling.
The disappearance of Flight 19 and the media frenzy that ensued solidified the legend of the Bermuda Triangle and still remains its best-known mystery. But these 5 planes in 1945 were by no means the last to go missing. In 1948, a DC-3 took off from San Juan, Puerto Rico on December 27th, bound for Miami. It disappeared without a trace. In 1963, 2 huge KC-135 aerial refueling military planes crashed on a return flight to Homestead Air Base near Miami on August 28th. Flying 500 feet apart, they fell out of the sky simultaneously from around 36,000 feet. But the 2 planes did not just disappear. Wreckage was found. But had the 2 planes collided? Was it some pilot error? We will never know the exact truth. Revealing how easily facts can become myth, this Flight 2 has passed into the annals of Bermuda Triangle legends. Leaving no stone unturned in our quest to unravel what lies behind the myth of the Bermuda Triangle, we look at the likelihood of mechanical or pilot failures. Could human error and spatial disorientation offer an answer to why some planes disappear? Pilots flying over the ocean can easily lose their sense of position and even confuse which is up and down or left and right. Humans are not designed for traveling at high speed in 3 dimensions above the ground. Even on a clear day, it's possible to become disoriented and confuse sea for sky, especially when light is reflected from the ocean's surface, common in this part of the world. In mist and fog, the problem is even worse. And if it is no longer clear which way is up and down, it would be easy to fly straight into the ocean. One person who well knows the dangers of pilot disorientation is Florida flying instructor Carol Collins. She thinks the legend of the Bermuda Triangle could have a very simple explanation.
I think it gets more hazy. we're going to have a much less distinct horizon. If we look out this way, we do still have a line of the horizon, but you can see it's not quite as clear as it was on the other side. I'm going to put the plane in a bit of a bank. And right now we're entering slowly into a climbing turn. And if you notice, you're not really feeling anything.